I just want y'all to know this is me right now. This is literally me trying to figure it all out, trying my hardest to comprehend everything that is going on in the world of reality TV and pop culture right now. Yes, this meme accurately describes me looking at everything going on and trying to compute the equation that we see happening and unfolding right in front of our eyes on social media. This is this is me, and I am officially confusion. Okay? I am officially confusion. And we're going to walk down that aisle in just 1 second. We're also going to talk about Wendy Williams. We're going to be, of course, talking about Porsha Williams. We got an update on NENE'S response from last night and a couple of other little shenanigans that we got to discuss today that correspond with the news from last night as well. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. So sorry, I'm a little bit late. You guys, as I did tell you in the chat, I am suffering from some allergies. It's a beautiful day here in DC. So if I happen to pop off the screen and put my avatar up, you guys will know it is because I'm wiping my nose and I don't want to do it on this camera, okay? Got me sneezing, eyes watering, nose running, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? We are still here, okay? We are still here. If you are in the chatterization, let me know where you guys are watching from. I see we got Grenada in the house. Who else is in the His Naive? We got a super chat from Delicia, the hot mess with Porsha. Yes, we got DC in the His Naive as well. Who else we got up in here? Brooklyn. Okay, come on, Brooklyn, Cave Springs, H-Town, Columbia, South Carolina. We got Louisiana, South Africa in the building. Philly is up in this piece. We got Massachusetts, East Haddam, Trinidad and Tobago, Maryland in the place to be, the Poconos, Bahamas, Chester, Virginia, North Carolina, Modesto, Texas, Antigua, Ghana, Africa. I see all of our people up in here, okay? South Korea as well in the building. Hey, South Korea. Ohio, Canada, Chicago, Belgium up in the place to be. Come on, I see y'all. Latanya Alexander says, get some tea for those allergies. Listen, I got my cup right here, a piping hot. Hopefully that'll help and calm it all down. Thank you, boo, for the super chat. Caroline, who says, I am shocked about the Porsche situation. Love you, Richie, and your commentary. This is wild. I didn't see this coming. Me neither. Okay? Me neither. Well, we're going to get into it. Nothing to it but to do it. Nothing to it but to do it. We have another super chat up in the place to be. Let me see if I can gather that real quick before we move on into the first topic of the day. Kimberly Marshall says, I like Porsha, but she still needs to be held accountable for this mess. Okay? We're going to talk about it. First things first, Wendy Williams, y'all. Wendy Williams. Okay, so Wendy is basically has broken up with the man that she had done met on that good dating segment, okay, of her show. Sad news for Wendy. Sad day for her, okay? We got the Jasmine brand here with the T that says TV host and personality Wendy Williams is back on the market. Now, she had been dating this Mike Easterman man who is a friend of TV and radio personality Mario Lopez. They started dating back in March. Again, this was during that segment that she was doing for her dating life, which I got to be honest with you guys, I never really saw this thing being for real anyway, to be quite honest with you. I just felt like this was, media attention. It was just something for the show. It was just something for the news outlets, yada, yada, yada. And you know how she be posting little stuff, I call it clickbait. I feel like sometimes when I see things that she be posting on her Instagram page, I feel like it's clickbait because, I don't know. I just don't see Wendy dating and stuff like this. And I definitely didn't see her dating this man. I just felt like it was something odd about it. She says she chose him because she's not a multiple boyfriend type of person. She want to settle down one day. And she says that they're age appropriate. I like your shirt and you got jokes. Okay, girl. At this point in time, they're saying that the relationship is over. She deserves to be with someone who may have more time. So apparently he ain't had no time. I just thought this comment was funny from somebody who left the comment and say he probably cheated on her with her wax figure. You know, people, when they be in the comment section, y'all write the funniest stuff. But anyway, sad news for Wendy Williams. I'm so sad to hear it. You know, it is what it is. And that's that. And y'all know how I say it. The beat goes on. Okay? Now, I know a lot of y'all here for the Porsha situation. And trust and believe, we's going to get into it. We's going to get into it. You know, I was just thinking about how we was first introduced to Porsha, to Simon and Fallon here, okay, on the show, okay? We was first introduced to them here in this episode right here. I had to take it all the way back to when we first saw them because I wanted to remind you guys of, you know, this pivotal moment right here. And it's so interesting to me because we have gone from that to this. Simon, Fallon's husband, who is now engaged to Porsha. Okay. I had to update the little title card on the show. Okay. Because this is the update. They are engaged. They are engaged to be married to each other. Okay. Simon says, put your hands on your waist. Simon says, put that ring on your finger. Simon, it is literally that. Okay. Now, the Rose says, before I was saying Porsha didn't have to disclose if she slept with Bolo. Now I want to know, was it Bolo or Simon? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. We got a super chat that says, child, we don't care about no Wendy Williams. In the words of Kaya, next case, we here for this. Y'all so silly. Y'all so silly. Okay. But I had to update the little title card to this. Sherry says, is Fallon coming? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know. Okay. So let's get to the actual tea about this engagement announcement. Okay. So if we head on over to Simon's page, okay, as you guys can see here clearly on the good Instagram, let me like it. Love wins. Anyway, you see this photo here of Porsha and Simon, you know, looking all lovey-dovey with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're looking all lovey-dovey, kissy, okay? Grace with the super chat says, let's remember Fallon and Dennis and Simon were friends. I wonder if Dennis was like, heck, I can't make her happy. Go ahead, Simon. Now's your turn. Simon says, give me your girl. We got another one says new to the channel and I'm hooked already. I love me some Porsha, but she is dead or wrong though. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Appreciate you. Okay. Now let's get back to it. So Simon made the announcement on his Instagram page, basically confirming the fact, something that we were all speculating was that they were actually engaged. You know, Porsha's message talked about how, you know, they were going to be in love for the rest of their lives or whatever she said. But it was really here that we got the news of the engagement, okay? So he says, I would like to seize this opportunity to thank every well-wisher of Porsha and I, whether via phone, text, or DM. You affirm my belief that finding love is possible for everyone who genuinely seeks one. Getting married again was never a question in my mind, but when? Did not expect to be blessed with a mate so soon. The interesting thing about life is that it is an individual journey. Porsha and I, with the support of our loved ones, have chosen to travel together as one and spread love and positivity to our community, which is in desperate need of positive and healthy images of the best versions of ourselves. Whew, okay. What else does he say here? Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. So he goes on to say, we travel this road not lightly, considering we have been in relationships that have taught us to want. I'm assuming he meant to say taught us, okay? Taught us to want and do better for ourselves. I asked her to marry me because we checked all of each other's boxes and then some, okay? I.e., I feel like they both got the coin, okay? He says we have done the individual work to sustain a healthy relationship. In a month, have you? Okay. And he says, I stand next to her, proud that we found each other. What we have is what we wish every single one of you out there, happiness. So when I asked, she said yes. That is all that matters. Thank you again for your love and support. Truly appreciated. Love wins. Okay. You know, I don't know which part it was for me, but part of it was the one part of it was where he said, we have done the work. What work have you done in a month? Okay. In a month. Okay. We got a super chat from Gia Murray who says Porsha cries so hard when discussing the absence of her dad that I wonder if she has daddy issues. She moves so quickly in all her relationships. Well, you know what's funny? And I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Thank you, Essence, also for the super chat as well. Tiffany, if people pay attention, when Fallon was on Speak On It at 11:36, she says she and Porsha weren't friends. We have another one from Sade who says, I think people are making this a big deal and I really don't think it's all that serious. They are grown. A lot of people are judging, but let's see your skeletons out on display. Well, Sade, I don't think it's about, you know, this is, and I thank you for the super chat. I don't think this is about any skeletons or anything like that. I think it's just that people are shocked that first we saw this, okay, and then it became this, okay. And let me take it back to the screen, okay. We saw this on the screen during the show, and now we see it as this. So it's just the optics of it is what a lot of us are shocked about, okay. And I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of us is that, hey, like this looks a little funny, right? And even Nene had to chime in with an updated comment on the situation as well, okay? Because Nene says reading is fundamental. What she said first was, she says, I didn't watch the show. So this the man that was on the show with that girl? Oh, ish. Now I see what y'all saying. Ouch. Okay. So that's why a lot of people are looking at this situation kind of funny. Nene described it right then and there. So then Nene says this, reading is fundamental. I posted a comment and I didn't really read. I just saw love and relationship, then posted. You have to keep it real as a friend. It looks strange, but I don't know any details. Now, this is pretty much where a lot of us are with it. It looks strange. It just does. Let's just admit it. Call a spade a spade. You can be a fan of Porsha's, as am I, but still admit that it just looks a little odd. Stanley, thank you so much for the super chat. Says child of ghetto. Okay. Thank you for that super chat. We got another one from Sand Shots. Thank you for the super chat as well. Leandra says the whole situation is suspect. It's an old school saying, but keep single women away from your men, period. Okay. I've definitely heard that as well, just in regards to married people in general. It's just a thing that I've heard as well. So even Nene acknowledges in her update on Twitter that, she didn't even kind of get into who the man was, okay? We got another one from Tom B. Fan who says, I think this is Porsha's exit from the show. Drop an atomic bomb and leave the people in the aftermath. It's a supreme move, but I'm side INP. So a lot of people are looking at the situation a little bit, funny. We got another one from Week A Fade Stan who says, I think she's playing and will announce it on Bravo chat room. Well, actually, Bravo chat room, from my understanding, ended after this past Sunday's episode. That was the last episode. And Shaquita says, isn't this the same thing her dad did to her mom? I'm not necessarily sure. Sherry says, I bet that good Porsha will be getting a spinoff next season, maybe a wedding show. It's interesting. I don't know, to be quite honest with you, what is going to happen. But what I do know is that, give me 1 second. Tiana says, this is lust and super ridiculous. She is trifling, and Portia's new hashtag is I'm here for social justice and your man's coins. Oh, y'all are crazy. Okay, y'all crazy in these comments. California Cutie says, I'm scratching my head. They've been dating for a month and engaged already. I think it's a bit too soon. Maybe it's love. And, it is very hard to determine, what is love to different people. You know what I'm saying? And how, and I was going to say this earlier, because I too am a Cancer like Porsha. I think she's a Cancer. Am I right? Alana Wade says, in my favorite voice, something ain't right in the buttermilk. I need to see a tongue kiss between these two before I believe that this relationship is real. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you for the super chat, boo. We got another one from Mapalo, who says she was on that man's boat back in January. The timeline doesn't add up. This is crazy. Well, let's talk about the timeline. Let's really talk about that timeline for a second, because it was literally just in, August of 2020. Okay, we got another super chat from Essence, who says she's a hypocrite within the whole Kenya Apollo stuff. Well, did y'all remember that didn't Kenya try to hook Claudia up with Cordell? Was that the case? Is that what happened, or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Grace Greenleaf says, I guess the social snatch got socially snatched. Ooh. Y'all silly. What I was going to say about cancers being, I feel like sometimes as a Cancer, and I'm gonna come back on the screen for this for 1 second before we get into that timeline. I sometimes feel like as a Cancer, it is very easy for us to fall into situations very fast, or to fall or to have or develop strong feelings very, very fast, right? So I feel like I understand that part of her and being the nostalgic romantic and really wanting love. And I understand that. But I also understand as I've grown in my Cancerhood, okay, and I'm talking about the sign, I've also had to understand the difference between what I romanticize as love simply being a lust and a desire for love. And I had to recognize the difference between the two. And that led me on, I feel like, a better journey with finding a mate and not necessarily running into and rushing into relationships, especially when they are not, they may not be as healthy for us as we think that they are. And I'm not saying that it's not going to be healthy for her. I'm just saying that it just feels very rushed. Bunny Chick says Black Wives Matter too, Porsha. Thank you for the super chat. I think we had a couple more. Jacqueline Levitt says, oh, since the super chat, thank you for the love, boo. We had another one. And so, yeah, I just feel like, thank you, Lulu, as well. I think, it's just so fast. And again, we look at the timeline here, right? Let's look at the timeline. Let's look at the timeline real quick. So it was just oh, we got another super chat. Kimberly says he was divorced in January, but Peace Report has a post of Simon in Costa Rica with Fallon for his everyday honeymoon on 1/26/21. The tea spilleth over. Yeah. So if you go back to, it was August of 2020. He says, I'm not sure who needs to hear this. Now, this was taken from his Facebook page. My girl, Dame Galley, had posted this on her Instagram, and it was just kind of like a walk down memory lane. He says, I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but when my wife and I made the joint decision on even the smallest topics, I find it far more rewarding than when made solely. There is strength in a man when a man stands side by side, shoulder to shoulder with his significant other as a couple practicing using the word we over I. Sounds a lot stronger and powerful. Practice and let me know how it works for you. So, that was just in August of 2020. In what we're learning now in May that there was a divorce filing in January, but the two were spotted out. She was seen, I think, denying that there were any divorce or any separation rumors at the latest in like March, April. And then it was only April 22nd or around April or so, late April, that we got the divorce announcement. And now it's not even a month later that we get this news here that they are engaged to be married. Okay. Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate you. Okay. T Breezy says the perfect Porsha fans upset now. She showed her hand a long time ago. I'm not shocked. Let's see how they turn it around and make it Kenya's fault. Well, I definitely don't think any of this is Kenya's fault. I don't think this has anything to do with Kenya. What I do think, though, is, it's just way too fast. And it made me think, when I saw it earlier, is this for a storyline on the show or something like that? We got a super chat from Desiree who says, why folks so pressed? As long as she ain't messing with yours, who cares? That's a good point as well. Again, it's just the optics of it that make it look a little suspect. And I believe, Stephanie says Simon and Dennis were closer than Fallon and Porsha. Simon should share this heat. Listen, the heat goes to both of them to me. In my mind. And we got another super chat from B. Kennedy, 2011. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, man. So it's very odd. It's very odd, which leads me to this place right here that I want to share with you. Okay. Now I want you guys to hear me out. Hear me out when I say you that, when I tell you this. Just hear me out when I tell you. Okay. This is my desire for a season 14. Okay. This is my desire for season 14. Okay. My desire would be to see this cast lineup on season 14. All right. Now I would say we can have Marlo and Cynthia as friends of the show. Sorry, y'all. I love them. I do. Along with Shamia. Shay Edwards says Porsha don't love anything but money. She's been sleeping with this man. She's a gold digger. She knew what she was on the day she went to her home. We got another one from Alicia who says the whole thing is a sham. It's annoying to watch. They are trying to get Fallon on the show. That's what I thought as well, to be quite honest with you. I thought this. I was like, this seems like a whole type of situation, that's being done to pull the whammy on us to make for a better season 14. But I'm going to tell you like this. Regardless of whether or not that's true, what I would like to see is this cast right here. I want to say I want to bring back in Phaedra, and I know that Kandi gonna have some issues with that, but we got to make a better show. We got to make a better show, and I feel like we're gonna need to bring in that good Phaedra Parks. Okay, bring in that good Phaedra Parks, and Kandi is gonna need something to do. So we're gonna need to see how Kandi is going to respond to Phaedra Parks, if she responds to her at all. Okay. But I definitely feel like Phaedra needs to be brought back into the mix in this point in time. And we need to see Phaedra's relationship and interactions with that good Apollo Nida and that good Shireen. Okay. And see how they co-parent them kids. That's what we need to see on this show. Okay. Then we also need to see, now I'm going to bring Drew back because I want to see what she do in her second season. Is she going to be a little bit more forthcoming and what she got to say and what she going to do and how she going to move with people? What's going to happen with her and Kenya? How are her and LaToya going to move forward? But I also say we're going to keep Kenya more. And then first, in yesterday's video, as I was recapping this season, I was saying, okay, we're going to have to either scrap, Porsha or Kenya. But now, in light of this new information, I feel like just keep them all. Okay, okay, just keep them both. Because at the end of the day, now Porsha has something else to do in planning this whole wedding to this man. And I need to see how this man is interacting with Dennis and how they working together as this family unit that they all claiming to be. Okay. Then I need to see Fallon on the show because I need to understand how she feeling about this whole situation. Because it's a lot of people are saying justice for Fallon. Okay, where is she at right now? What is she doing? How is she feeling? Is she okay? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on with her. And I want to see Kenya be there for her. And I want to see if she's ever going to confront Porsha. Is that going to be a thing? And then she still got issues with LaToya, which brings me back to LaToya. Bring on LaToya too. Bring her on. Let me tell you, she has such huge plot points in this past season. I say go on ahead and keep her. Let's see what that relationship turns out to be with her and Drew. Will her and Fallon never reconcile, or will they become bitter enemies? Will LaToya be able to choose between Porsha and Kenya? You know, what's going to happen there? Who's going to be in the wedding? I want to know all that. To me, this is the cast that I feel like I want to see. And this is the cast that I feel like that will put in the most work. Okay. Now, I don't know how much work Kandi going to be trying to do with Phaedra on board. She might not be trying to do nothing, to be quite honest with you. And that's her right. That's her absolute right. But when it comes down to making a good show for this next coming season, this is what I feel like the people needs to see. Okay. Now, Katie says NeNe did the same thing to Marlo. Porsha's not friends with Fallon, so Simon is up for grabs. We got another super chat says Fallon and her husband was only married for about a year or so. We need to ask questions why they got divorced so quickly. Something seems off. Okay. We got another one who says, y'all know Fallon and Porsha be scrapping. Who y'all got? That's an interesting question. That's a very interesting question. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. But I mean, you never know. I mean, I don't know how I would be feeling if I was Fallon at this point. You know, I'm sure she's feeling possibly blindsided or whatever. But I also have a feeling that there were some cast members who already knew what was going on in the first place. Let's go back to something that we mentioned just the other day. And I told y'all this, and I didn't know what it was in reference to. But I feel like maybe right now we might know the answer. I pointed this out the other day. Now I'm gonna let you guys see this real quick because we did talk about it on this channel. Okay. Let me stop that and let me pull up this. Now I don't know if this is what she was referring to, but I told y'all the other day, Sheree Whitfield had posted and she said, y'all, this tea is so good. Shh, hashtag my lips are sealed. Now I want to know, Sheree, did you know? Did you know? And what did you know? Who told you? Okay. Pamela Jackson says LaToya's antics make sense now. Okay. Who else we got? We had something else up in here. Somebody else made a comment. Jaleesa says, I don't think they will even get married, honestly. Thank you for the super chat, boo. So I want to know, did Sheree know? Did Sheree know anything? Was she privy to the tea? You know, what did she hear on the streets? Because, you know, Sheree is the bone collector, okay? So in my mind, I feel like she had to know something, okay? She had to know something. And again, I could be speculating right now, okay? I could definitely be speculating. NCO School says, I wait to see if news will be on Dish Nation, and Wendy just showed it was, so it's official. Praying it's real. And temporary love tank fix for Porsha. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Yeah, I mean, again, it's the announcements and stuff are real. It's on BravoTV.com as well. Okay, let's head on over there. You guys can see that it's there too. I saw it just a few moments ago while I was blowing my nose. Hold on, let's see. Let me stop this. Okay. It is here on the good BravoTV.com as well. So, you know, I mean, in the article essentially states everything that we've already kind of talked about. You know, we got L'Oreal Matthews. She definitely knew. That's what I'm thinking too. We got Ilmac Jones says, can we add Cordell Stewart and Apollo to season 14? Listen, y'all trying to make season 14 off the chain. Okay, we got Kris with the super chat as well. I hope I pronounced your name right. So yeah, the news is out there, and I feel like people knew. I'm just trying to determine now exactly who knew what and when. Okay, because obviously Shamia knew, and you know that Lauren knew. What does Porsha Coochie have to do with Kenya's hateful attitude? Those are two separate issues. Okay, those are two separate issues. Yeah, guys. So that's the news for today. That's what I've been able to pull together. There are a couple of other little tidbits and things that I wanted to touch on today, but I knew that this was going to be the prime story that people wanted to really talk about and get their feelings out with. Stevie says, this is a storyline for next season. I don't want the producers to allow Kenya to make this her storyline too. She spends too much time deflecting. Thank you for that super chat. We got another from Toy who says, even if it was just a coworker, I wouldn't go behind a coworker either. How you get them is how you lose them. Boom. I've heard that before too. Sweet Fidia says, the divorce is not final. There's a settlement, but Simon and Fallon are officially divorced. I always thought it took like at least 6 months or so, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really, to me, it's I'm confused by that. Where the money reside. Stacey Hawkins says, Kenya needs to be quiet. She can't buy nor borrow a man. This is one of those situations where I do believe certain housewives should just sort of remain quiet and mum about their marital, about things that they say about it. So I feel like Kenya is definitely one of those people who, until she figures out and gets out of that situation with that man, she should probably not say nothing. Especially when I do believe she had tried to hook Claudia up with Cordell. So, I mean, and I thought that was on the season, right? That was on the season, if I'm correct. But I don't know. It's just too close for comfort for me to be honest with you at this point in the game. It's got to be somebody else out there. Helen says, has Fallon said anything about this situation? No. I looked on Fallon's Instagram and I'm going to look again to see if she said anything. But as I've seen, there has been nothing that's been said other than a Happy Mother's Day post that was 2 days ago. So nothing has been updated from her. Now, she might have done some type of interview in the time period betwixt yesterday and now, but I don't know about it if she did. Okay. Let me see if I missed anything that you guys had to say. Alexandra McKenzie says, Porsha knows she's wrong, but she owns some I don't give an F energy right now. And I feel like she is. She's like, you know what? I'm going for mine. And that's that. And that's that on that. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to go and take myself some more allergy medicine. Oh, we got 2 more in the house. Breach M says they better not make this the whole season centered around Porsha. All the girls got to bring their own drama and not rely on this storyline. Shaw Johnson says, how is Kenya still getting blamed? Y'all dislike her that much? No, Kenya's not being blamed for anything. People were responding to the fact that Kenya was making statements about it on social media. We had another super chat from Sand Shots, who says, I love Porsha. I pray that this man is her true and forever. I, however, very suspect, and wow, what a shock. Thanks, DJ Richie Skye, for being such an awesome and phenomenal reporter. 100% love you. Thank you so much as well. And we got another one from Stephanie Danforth, who says, yes, Kenya did try to hook them up. That's what I thought. Yeah, again, that's why I say this is the cast right here. I feel like if this is the cast, then we won't see so much reliance on it being everybody versus Porsha. I feel like this way the allies are equally distributed. I feel like, Kenya has people that she, considers, to be her besties and her friends. And I feel like Porsha would have the same level of support on their side because, they tend to be the two opposing factors on these shows. Okay. So I feel like in this regard, everybody has somebody to lean on and everybody has somebody in their corner. Lindsay Bree says, is Porsha prego? This is something I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm from what I'm hearing, there's even more to the story that we're gonna get later on, but I don't know. Jenny Bean says, I think Porsha should have gone after Mark. That would have shut Kenya up. Woo! Yikes. Again, I feel like those types of things, again, it's too close for comfort for me. You know, I just feel like find somebody someplace else. That's just me. You know, not where you work at, not the co-workers. Mina Hill says, love Porsha, but she was in that girl's pool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the pool. Marcella Booth Davis says, hey, everyone, hit that like button, please. Thank you, Marcella, for that good reminder. We appreciate you. Marcella, I will have you know that I am drinking out of the mug that you gave me. Thank you so much for this. All right, y'all. Oh, we got one more. NCO School says, I believe the universe can bring people together, natural energy, but put a limit on the move for yourself. I say 2 years before getting with the associate. Yeah, I just say give it some time, man. Give it some time before you make that type of move, because again, the optics of it is just gonna look like, ugh, man. So anyway, but that's all we got for y'all today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you all. We got Chris W who says Kenya and Fallon are friends, and y'all know how Kenya do with her friends. Thank you for that super chat. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell button. Thank you guys for being in here today and commenting. We got another one from Nia who says the girl introduced her husband to her as a friend. Porsha, how you get them is how you lose them. Yep, I've heard that before. With that being said, we will catch you guys in the next video.